Being an empath can be both an incredible blessing, but also sometimes feel like a curse. We have a knack and a natural instinct for knowledge and wisdom. It seems to be born with us, and it stays with us to adulthood, where we continue to seek and taking in knowledge. We strive to surround ourselves with beauty and maintain that which is beautiful around us, because anything outside of that can feel far too heavy and low vibrational. And this affects our bodies and our minds deeply. We're very sensitive to this. One thing I want to point out in particular, for instance, is when we pay too much attention to some of the harsher things of reality that we see in our society, within the news media most particularly. And these days, the hateful messages just keep compiling and keep getting stronger by the day, it seems. And nothing feels like it's gonna end anytime soon. So what do we do about this? How can we protect ourselves? We know that just the negativity alone can bring anybody down and make us feel depressed even. We see things that are painful and upsetting and feel like we have no control over the happenings, and that there's nothing we can do to help. But what's more than just the negativity is that it literally affects the way our body feels. And as empaths, we can literally feel sick physically by the dark and negative imagery that is shown to us daily, day in, day out. And because we're such knowledge seekers, we love to feel that we're in the know and that we're on top of what's going on in the world scene. It allows us to feel that we have an understanding of where we're at, and particularly with these signs of the times. And it can get addicting, as crazy as that sounds. But it's no hidden fact that those in the media create the conditions so that it is addicting and hard for us to look away, change the channel, or turn the television off altogether. These people in the media and public relations have such a great understanding of how the mind works. They know exactly what kind of mood music to play in order to have a person feel a particular emotion when coupled with specific images. My dog, sorry, on the screen. This is done in order to sell us something, They try to get us to think a certain way, or better yet, feel a certain way about a particular matter or matters. But to dig even deeper, there are certain frequencies that are put forth from our television screens that are actually harmful to our minds and to our bodies. And these frequencies are not just generated from the electricity that allows the television to fire up. Oh no. These are manipulated frequencies that are generated in order to control the viewer and put the viewer in a particular state of consciousness. Now, although most of us as empaths are quite aware of some of these things, or at least have a higher awareness awareness than most. We can also be very susceptible to these energy frequencies that seem to be very subtle, as though nothing's happening at all. But in fact, it is harming our minds, our bodies, and altering our moods, thereby controlling us. This is precisely what mind control is. But what's even scarier is that it's not just the mind, but the physical body that is affected. And because we soak this stuff in so easily, it completely knocks us off balance. And our very tender and delicate immune systems get thrown off. Especially our energy body, which needs a regular detox. You know, since the earliest days of public relations and what was coined propaganda by Edward Bernays, who was actually nephew to Sigmund Freud, the elites of the media have fine-tuned precisely how to control the masses through its television and its frequencies, which is honestly a double whammy, because during the programming that is being watched, the television acts as a vessel or a channel that we turn to. And so we not only get hit up with the rays, but we are being programmed by the content that is being produced through it. Therefore, if we are unaware, subliminally, we will be picking it up on all of these darker, heavier, low vibrational states. But as far as empaths go, what we most need to do to protect ourselves is to be certain that we regularly have an energy detox. Okay, now, some of you may have never heard of such a thing, while others of you have been doing it for years and understand its importance. So, just a few things you can do if you must take in all of this kind of information, and you must be near the television or the computer, and often, is bring yourself back into balance. So, we've got 6 things that you can do to help alleviate this. And number 1 is by drinking a lot of water. You know, water flushes out a lot of unwanted toxicity while keeping you nicely hydrated and keeps you young looking, huh? But number 2, eat foods that are alive and that are easily digestible. Remembering that we have delicate digestive systems now. You know, even I suffer from Crohn's, and so I have to be very careful with what I eat. Be mindful of what you're putting into your system. Be mindful of what you're putting in your mouth. There's a lot of icky stuff that goes into our bodies with some of these foods that we eat. Number 3, spending a lot of time outside in nature among the trees and the fresh air would do you wonders. Putting your bare feet onto the grass and really allowing your body and yourself to get in tune and in sync with the natural surroundings leaves you open for time to sit in meditation and prayer, where you're able to clear your mind and slow down those thoughts and allow for a higher range, a higher quality of thoughts to flow through your mind, just by being connected in prayer to the Creator and being connected with the universe that's all around us. It does so much for me. It's got to do a lot for you. Number 4, another thing you might want to try is also highly relaxing, good for your muscles and great for sleep is to consider taking a spiritual bath, which includes items like Epsom salts, Himalayan salts, Florida water, and other oils and herbs which are soothing for the mind, body, and soul. For instance, this night line of oils, KNEIPP, includes things like lavender and chamomile that work beautifully together, as well as orange linden blossom. They're so powerful for including with your spiritual bath. Now look at, they come in little jars like this. This bath helps to detoxify all the negative energies and any residue from energies that may have come from another person's emotions and have found its way, guess where? On you. Number 5, and another important tip which helps greatly in ridding yourself of excess and unwanted negative energies, would be working out or going for a walk. You know, getting active like this with your physical body allows for these energies to circulate and for you to be rid of even negatively stressful thoughts that have been circling around in your head all day long, giving you time to collect yourself and rejuvenate. It really does wonders for the recycling energy and ridding yourself of those unwanted things. It does. I'm telling you, you'll feel like $1,000,000. I've been keeping myself to a regimen lately and trying to make it at least 3 days a week. And now lastly, for the sake of this article, and certainly not least, to rid yourself of toxic emotional energy or low vibrational frequencies. Number 6, you might want to consider setting the mood in your room and playing some proper music, preferably isochronic, and many of those can actually be found online, while then having a cup of tea, which is also very cleansing, detoxifying, and relaxing. And it really does soothe the soul, and it's a great way to prepare yourself for a good night's sleep, which many of us don't often get as it is. So there you have it. We've got 6 great ways to rid yourself of any unwanted, heavy emotional energy or low vibrational frequencies due to taking in too much negativity from all the hate and all the nonsense that most of us are seeing on the news coming from that television of yours. You need to back it off, girl. So now, if you enjoyed this video, by all means, please engage and let me know by hitting the like button and sharing this video and subscribing. Feel free to leave any comments and let me know what your thoughts were on this. And if you had anything to add, and maybe tell us what you do to help alleviate these energies. And if you would like to send me an email or visit my website, you can find that in the description box below, as we often do. And for those of you who also happen to be content creators, you have got to check out in the description box for a link to Binge Networks, which is an amazing platform, which is for creators by creators. And it's actually getting some incredible responses, and it's getting people some amazing and incredible exposure thanks to the Binge platform. So I think you'll find some really cool stuff there, and I urge you to check it out. And yeah, I think you're going to love it. And so I want to thank you for watching, right? And I hope to see you soon here at the Sacred Raven TV. And ladies, I love you. Ta-ta for now, and ciao. See you soon, eh?